do an Arrange classic rainbow. This one's a little bit crafty. I think it's made out of felt. The rainbow is made out of felt. I think I'm just gonna go color by color. Very organized. It's Friday night, and I've just finished work. Yeah, I've got some big plans for the weekend. I have a lot of paperwork to catch up on. I need to do my taxes, so I think I'm going to get that all organized and get that done. My partner's going to be out of town for a family thing on Saturday, and I've decided I think I'm going to stay home just so that I can catch up on some things. I find that so soothing when I can sort of almost carve some space out and do some things that I just haven't had time in the day-to-day to do. So it's going to be finishing up my actual filing in my business for 2016. Need to make sure that's all in order. Now there's little bits of red. Here we go. So the orange with little bits of red. I find these ones some of the most soothing to do when you do it just color by color. A little bit of red. Oh, you're over here. Yeah, so I have to catch up on that for 2016, which would be nice to get that all out of the way. And lots of housework to do. Don't know how it happens, where things get so messy. But they have, so, especially the kitchen. If you cook a lot, you end up having to, it's a lot to clean up, and the cleanup is nowhere near as fun as the actual making. Maybe for some people it is, and if they are, they should come over to my house. You could have a lot of fun. So I have some of that kind of stuff to do, and it would just be nice to start the week very fresh. I'm out of town next week. I'm going to Portland next. I guess I'm leaving on Friday. I'll leave very early on Friday. Get there at about noon. So I'm really excited. I've never been to Portland. I've always wanted to go. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it'll be lots of fun. I'm staying with a friend, which will be great. That's for the first few nights. And then I also... Where do you go? Oh, maybe... No, you've got a little bit of brown on you. Is one of these wrong? Nope. Oh, I think you go right here. There you go. So I'm staying with someone, a friend, for a few nights. There, now all our red is gone. Done. And then I also have a hotel for a few of those nights, 2 of the nights. And I love staying in hotels. I love how clean and organized they are, and that the whole business model is that, that they're there for your comfort, and I just really like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think I might have mentioned I'm going because it's my 40th birthday in May, so this is my birthday present to myself. So my passport is in order, and I'll be making my way to Portland and see some people that I've never actually met, that I just know online. And I think that'll be really fun. A little nerve-wracking, but not too bad. I think it'll mainly just be fun because I've known these people for years at this point. So I think it'll be lovely. Now we're just down to the little bits of yellow. One more yellow piece to do. And we're already into the green. And so I don't know what you folks have planned for your Friday night. I'm a really big fan of doing very little on Friday night. Where do you go? You must be in. Oh yeah, there's darker ones here, so it's down there. Yeah, big fan of doing very little on Friday night. I don't really like cooking on Friday night. I don't really like going anywhere. I know people who go out on Friday nights, and that seems like a lot of effort to me. I would rather just stay home. Last piece of yellow. I don't know, do people like it better if I whisper? Maybe I'll spend some time whispering today. I hope you can still actually hear me, though. The nice thing about whispering is it just feels that much more cozy. It reminds me of having sleepovers when I was little at birthday parties and whispering, and I always loved the feeling of whispering into people's ears. I can remember playing telephone and having people whisper into my ear and getting tingly. I can remember getting tingles from that, which is why I love ASMR, because I get the same tingles from it. So let me know if you like the whispering or if you hate it. If you'd like me to do an all whispering one. If there's certain things you'd like me to talk about. Yeah, I would be more than happy to do that. And I think I have a pretty small audience at this point, and that's okay, because I'm not doing it for any kind of fame, obviously, because that's not really a possibility, and it sounds annoying anyway. So, there's no fan request too small, if you are indeed a fan of this. Yeah, so if there's things you'd like me to talk about, I was thinking of talking about some of my pets that I've had over the years, because I know a lot of people, love their pets. So I was thinking, and I'm just gonna slowly, gradually get out of whispering, because I'm not quite sure if people are hearing it, and so, or if they like it, but please let me know if you do, and I would be happy to do an all whisper one. But I was thinking of talking about pets that I've had, and I definitely grew up in a cat family. But before we get into that, let's do an arrange. This one's going to be nice and clean, everyone. There we go. Super clean, super obvious where all the pieces are. I find that very satisfying. Just some last bits of green to come out. But I very much grew up in a cat family. And so the first cat that we had, her name was Kathy. My sister named her. I think I was born, and my sister, who's older than me, was about 3 years old. And my parents asked her, they said, "Leah, what would you like to name the kitty?" And for some reason, my sister, being a 3-year-old and the little wild imaginations or little brains that they have, just pipes up, "Kathy, we should name her Kathy." And my parents thought it was hilarious, and so they did. And so we had this beautiful calico. I think that's what she was. No, actually, pardon me, she was a tortoise shell, where they have lots of different blotches of colors, and very much so on her face. And she was just beautiful, and she was tiny. I remember she was a tiny little cat, and she was a great hunter. And she didn't really like kids very much, but I remember her from when I was little and just adoring her. And she would sort of put up with us, but she was much more interested, I think, in my parents. Now all the light greens are done. We're much more into these purples now. Except if you were sick or upset. So if anyone was crying or sad or hurt, Kathy was always on that person's side. So when I remember being sick as a kid with my asthma, and Kathy not leaving my side. She would just lie on the couch with me constantly. So she was very protective, which is just such a sweet thing in animals, that I know that they have such good hearts and that they really care. I'm going to start crying if I talk about it too much. But that they really do care about their folk, their little colony. So that was Kathy, and I think she lived to be about 13. And we eventually had to put her down because she was quite ill and elderly, and they said she's in significant pain. I don't remember much because I would have only been about 12 or 13 at the time. I don't remember exactly all that was wrong with her, but it was a kindness, and I'm happy that we were able to give that to her. And she was a very sweet cat. As she aged, she got better, or I might say as we aged, my sister and I got older, she was better with us because we were much more adult. And so that was Kathy. Is a very sweet cat. I wonder if I can find a picture of her and see if I can maybe do a jigsaw of it. Just a few more pieces. And feel free, if you're watching this and liking it, or if I say something that you want to respond to, please feel free to leave a message. I mean, I'm doing this, with the idea of hopefully people are liking it. And if you do, or even if you don't, I can take criticism. That's okay. Feel free to always leave a comment or message me or something like that. But also don't feel like you have to if you don't want to. That's also totally fine too. So here's our last piece. And here we are. And we're done.